Hey everyone, before we get this video started, I just wanted to quickly shout out my series Rapid Reviews, which happens on this channel beyond ARTV. If you're not watching already, that is primarily where I do track reviews. They have not gone away. I just do them in roundup fashion. Each song gets 60 seconds or less. I talk about them quickly. I get out all my thoughts. If you're wondering where track reviews for maybe the new Stand Atlantic or the new Tiger's Jaw or even the new Chicks single are gonna be, they will be in Rapid Reviews that will be out in the next few days for the month of June. Hey neighbor, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John, and my god, Bring Me the Horizon are really laying it on thick because they've got new music dropping all year long for 2020. The first of those offerings, at least the first official offering really, besides the project that we got the tail end of 2019 that I actually never listened to because it just looks so big and so overly ambitious. I didn't know how to feel about it based on some of the samples that I heard. Maybe someday, I'll never say never. I'm not Jaden Smith and Justin Bieber, but maybe I'll check it out someday. But today, we're here to talk about the new single, Parasite Eve. Yeah, so obviously we're in the middle of a pandemic right now. Worldwide crisis mode is really kicked in, and Bring Me the Horizon, while they say that they weren't entirely inspired by these events, they're definitely working in references. I mean, the word quarantine is used in lyrics, and obviously the title of this song is in reference and homage to the video game that came out originally on the PS1, Parasite Eve. It's a survival horror game, and if you're into that genre at all, you've probably played it. I have before, it's been a long time, but as a huge fan of that genre, the Resident Evil series, even Silent Hill, yeah, get on board now. This isn't the first time that Bring Me the Horizon have mixed themselves in with video games. Just last year, we got a soundtrack appearance. We had the song Ludens for that game that I can't remember the name of. Bring Me the Horizon Ludens. Death Stranding. I should know. I own it. I haven't played it yet, though. I'm a bad fan. So what are Bring Me the Horizon up to on this new single, Parasite Eve? Obviously, they're in quarantine. I think they have been together for some recording sessions, but it's mostly just like Ollie Sykes and Jordan Fish these days, it seems like, and then the rest of the band come in and they play their parts that maybe were already written for them, or at least they had an idea. It's a little bit of a weird dynamic, but clearly they are hell-bent on just releasing music however the hell they can get it out in the world. Their last proper album was Amo, that was the top of 2019, and while it was controversial among some fans, I really did like that effort overall. There were some fantastic songs on there, and they're continuing, I guess, to do a good job at blending their worlds of both heavy and more experimental, electronic. It doesn't feel like a sellout move to me. In fact, I've loved Bring Me the Horizon more between 2010 and 2020 than I ever did with the old growling shit. Parasite Eve is pretty fun. It's a little bit weird in the intro, the intertwining vocals. Obviously, we have video game composer Mick Gordon basically getting a feature on here. He's worked on like the Doom Eternal soundtrack, and not that I've played the game or know anything about Doom, but apparently from my Google searches, he's pretty heavily revered. I appreciate his contributions here if he's bringing in that extra swelling sense of suspense to the song. There's some heavy, domineering guitars that a lot of fans are easily gonna sink their teeth into and be a fan of. Heavy doesn't necessarily just automatically equal good for Bring Me, but honestly, on this track, it really does work for them. There is payoff, there is suspense, there is chaos, and obviously, as the band themselves have said, this is not the time for like happy pop songs and oh, it's gonna go back to normal. This is the time for angry protest music to feel angry to, and this song actually does that. It relieves a lot of tension because it's cathartic, you get it all out. Whether you're headbanging away to some of the heavier parts and the little breakdown that comes through, or appreciating Ollie Sykes' heavier vocals that do feel pretty menacing, it can feel a bit scattered in places. It's definitely not a perfect song or one that I would necessarily see myself coming back to all the time, but it is one of those things where I'm so curious as to how this whole thing is going to work out. Like with Posthuman, that's the name of the project that they're working on. Apparently it's going to be like 4 albums or else 4 EPs or 4 compilations. They're all going to be known as Posthuman. They just seem to be really getting into confusing waters here, and I know a lot of bands are thinking like, oh, we just want to drop stuff whenever we want to. It can get confusing for the fans, and it also kind of kills the hype sometimes. I've talked about that with Hayley Williams, as she released so many songs before the album. I think a lot of other examples are out there that I could point to, but I don't want to beat the dead horse. Essentially, I'm just saying I'm skeptical. I think a lot of bands backpedal sometimes, but I don't know. It could work out perfectly, but Posthuman seems like it's gonna be really all over the place, and I think they're doing it intentionally that way. Why did my voice just crack right there? What's wrong with me? Parasite Eve is a pretty cool song. I guess that's what I'm driving at here. I think that there are imperfections. There's problems with it. I do like the guitars. I feel like some of the bass and the production, it's a little muddied in places, maybe too much going on. It's not always conflicting warfare. In fact, I like some of the more domineering riffs and everything like that, but it can be a little bit too much to manage. Maybe it goes on just a bit too long, but still, overall, I do like this song. I'm gonna rate it a 3.5 out of 5, but I wanna know, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section down below. Check out the song if you haven't heard it already. There should be a link in the description to go stream it. Don't forget to drop a like on this track review while you're here. Subscribe for the love of music. If there's other songs that you want to see me talk about, then please check out Rapid Reviews. That's going to be coming for the month of June very, very soon. You can see a couple of recent videos on screen now. All of my social media accounts can be found linked in the description down below. Again, the link to stream this song is down there too. And I will see you soon for more on Beyond ARTV.